Aus and the Khazraj who became Ansar and Sahaba. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when over here referring to min ahli kitab, Mufassirun say it refers more to the Yahud. So when the kathirun min ahli kitab, many of the Yahud love, لو يردونكم من بعد إيمانكم كفارا. If they can turn you back after you have accepted Iman, that they can turn you back as kuffar. And it wasn't just mere love. When a person actually and really loves something, then what do? They act upon that love. So they would do things to try to stop, not just stop people, rather those that have already accepted Islam, to go and put wasawis, whispers, to put evil thoughts in that this is actually wrong what you guys are doing. It doesn't really make sense. We're the Ahlul Kitab, we had the knowledge from so many in our generation. This actually is not correct. Muhammad is really not the Prophet, etc., etc., these type of things, to turn away the kuffar and to turn away the Muslimun from the Iman that they have believed upon. Why? What's behind this? What's the reason? What's pushing them towards this? حَسَدًا مِنْ عِنْدِ أَنفُسِهِمْ. Because of envy, hasad, jealousy. مِنْ عِنْدِ أَنفُسِهِمْ, which is in themselves. It's not that you have done anything to make them envious. The Sahaba, they accepted Iman. What thought did they do? They accepted. They didn't make so one person achieves something more than another, and then puts down the other person, so down there and envious of you. But here they did something as simple as accepting Iman. So this may also raise a question that, that doesn't really make sense. That how can they be envious of it if they want it? That person is only jealous, someone is driving a better car than me, they do better things than me. Why I can't get it, they have it. If you imagine, why don't they accept it also? How hard is it? Why are you being jealous about it? What's so difficult for them? But that was a problem, that they couldn't. Why? Again, that was the kibr in it. How is it that we can bring Iman? How can we believe upon the last prophet, the final prophet, and that's not from amongst us? How hard is that from their side? They say that we can't do this. That's one. And second, hasad, envy, why? That he said the Aus and Khazraj, that they are small people, that they were rubbish people, so to say. How did they get to the truth before us? How is it that they were able to make musabaqah and go forward, and they became the Ansar of the Rasulullah of the last prophet before we were able to recognize and take this great opportunity? So now even if they say we will accept, they'll still be, so to say, second after. They accepted first Ansar, they've already become the Ansar. They can also become part of it, but they say that they have beat us already. So these are reasons what were keeping them back, hasad, from amongst the many reasons. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that the kathirun min ahli kitab, the ahli kitab that they love, if they can turn you away and cause this type of disruption in the community. من بعد ما تبين لهم الحق. Was it that they don't know the truth now? After the haqq, the truth is very tabayyana, bayyin, something which is very clear. After it become very clear to them what the truth is. So now what to do? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that for right now, fa'afu wasfahu. That for right now, that forgive them, overlook it. You mean forgive and overlook? That at this point, in reality, as we said, that the Sahaba of Rasulullah now living in Medina, there is a certain political state also that has been created for the Muslims. Now, causing this type of dissent is or was also considered to be tantamount to a type of treason. Why? Because Islam's dawah, Islam being in a place, a country which is based upon the ahkam of Islam, it's not a mere political regime. Rather, it is what it is being backed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's ahkam. So in them telling the Sahaba that Muhammad is actually not a prophet, one is that from the religious perspective, if you want to call it, and one is also from a political perspective, that he shouldn't be the leader. Then why is he the leader? So this is also causing a political dissent. And treason and this type of dissent in any country is unacceptable. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَعْفُوا وَاصْفَحُوا, that for right now, don't do anything. There's no need to retaliate right now. حَتَّى يَأْتِيَ اللَّهُ بِأَمْرِهِ, until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the command of jihad. Now, in this light, that's why it's very important to understand these ayat. Now, what was happening? Sahaba Medina Munawwara, it's not just a small masjid that will come praise. No, this is a capital. Right? You can't go around doing things whatever you want against the nation, however you want to do. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that فَعْفُوا وَاصْفَحُوا, that for right now, leave it right now. The hukm of jihad hasn't come yet. حَتَّى يَأْتِيَ اللَّهُ بِأَمْرِهِ, when the hukm of jihad will come. Why? Why jihad? Not so that you go and make expansionism. not because they go and hurt someone, because they were causing the problem. They were causing the dissent. They're coming and causing disruption and saying that he shouldn't be the leader, and this is wrong, and you shouldn't be doing this. So حتى يأتي الله بأمره إن الله على كل شيء قدير. And حتى يأتي الله بأمره, this came in the beginning, so Sahaba were thinking we just made hijrah or not. So we left our families. We came here with absolutely nothing. The Ansar are helping us. We're all living off of a very small amount. How can we even think about facing an enemy that has been established for years, upon centuries upon centuries? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is most capable of everything. So now this is one of the points for us to take on. إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Perhaps our situation may not be exact to this, but how do we understand this? That many times we fall into the same dilemma. You say that all odds are against us. That now even the other countries have recognized Jerusalem as this state. What can the Muslims do, etc.? For us, what we can take, إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He wants, He will assist. But what's the condition? The next ayah. That what is in your capability, وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. Like it or not, agree with it or not, Salah and ahkam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the salah of the believer. And this is upon which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives assistance to the Muslim. أَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ آتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. The ahkam that are in your control. How much of salah do you have? Establish salah. Why? It's a connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. Give alms. Meaning that in this there is also a way of knitting your society together, taking care of one another. Unity comes into the ummah. أَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ. A person may think that if we pray salah, zakah, we don't see anything happening. There's no changes really. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, fine, if you don't see it, مَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ. You may not see it, but whatever good you do, مَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم. تُقَدِّمُ means to send something forward. So whatever you send something forward for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake, مَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم, for yourselves. Yani from a'mal. تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ, you will find the thawab of it, the reward of it by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ. That if anyone sees it, no one sees it, no problem. إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees whatever you do. And the second thing, that another act of theirs which is dissentful, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَقَالُوا لَنْ يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةَ إِلَّا مَنْ كَانَ هُودًا أَوْ نَصَارَىٰ. That they used to say, meaning the Yahud would say that only a Yahudi will enter into Jannah. And a Nasrani would say that only a Nasrani will enter into Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that تِلْكَ أَمَانِيُّهُمْ, these are their own false beliefs and false hopes. These are their own stories that they have made. That only if you're a Yahudi you can enter, only if you're a Nasrani, from this tribe, from that tribe, you can enter into Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says these are all false beliefs. تِلْكَ أَمَانِيُّهُمْ قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ. That bring your proof. If really this is the truth, then bring a proof. Yani you say that you are Ahlul Kitab, where does it say in the Kitab? That only a Nasrani, only a Yahudi will enter into Jannah. In kuntum sadiqin, if you are speaking the truth. Rather, what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? بَلَا مَنْ أَسْلَمَ وَجْهَهُ لِلَّهِ. That rather, this is the translation of verse 112. بَلَا مَنْ أَسْلَمَ, on the contrary it says, بَلَا مَنْ أَسْلَمَ وَجْهَهُ لِلَّهِ. That whoever willingly submits his face, this is a literal translation of it. من أسلم وجهه لله, that whoever submits himself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. من أسلم وجهه لله وهو محسن, that he has no doubts, he has no nifaq, no hypocrisy in this Islam of his. وهو محسن, محسن here means the person who ihsan in his Islam. The Sahaba say that أسلم وحسن إسلامه. أسلم, he accepted Islam, وحسن إسلامه, his Islam was hasan, meaning there was no nifaq, there was no hypocrisy in it. It was with ikhlas. There was no shak, there was no doubt, no raib. There weren't these type of doubts and wasawis in a person's Islam. So, وَهُوَ مُحْسِنٌ فَلَهُ أَجْرُهُ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِ. Then for that person, he will find his reward. Indeed, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will find his reward. وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. That person, anytime you're going to a new place, there are two things, two dilemmas a person faces. One day you're going to a new place, you don't know what might meet you over there. So you have a little fear. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, no need to fear. لَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ. There is Jannah that's awaiting you. There's no need to fear. And whenever you go into a new place, there is always that remorse. I'm leaving my home country. I'm leaving where I'm from. This is my home. وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. They won't be remorseful about this. There's no need being sad. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that person who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the promise of Jannah for, there's no need to fear. وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. That they have no remorse also. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us the faith also to do those amal to enter us into Jannah.